What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, recapping the news, and before I get into things, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. That goes a long ways on helping this channel, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the red button below. Now, before I run down some of the highlights, just a heads up, a friend of mine that goes by the section, I'll have a link to his YouTube channel down in the description below. He's doing a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. He's almost there. First place winner will receive a pair of shoes of their choice in their size, whatever is popular releasing around that time. And then the second place winner will win $200. So there's two winners. All you got to do is subscribe to his channel. Again, link down below. Now, as for the highlights of this video, a lot of news from Jordan brand. We have a ton of release date changes as well. I got to go over the holiday 2022 releases. There's additional ones that I didn't include in the previous video. Also, we got a solid lineup from Nike. We have a new Air Zoom generation that's releasing later this year, which I talk about later on in the video. And now, without wasting too much more of your time, let's jump into the news. With Air Max Day nearing, Nike has several Air Max models to celebrate the occasion. Now, in the previous video, I went over a few Air Max 1s, which celebrates the 35th anniversary. Now, one pair I didn't include in the previous video is what's being called Global. Now, this pair features a white, dark marina blue, and Dutch blue colorway. Constructed with leather and mesh, the highlight on this pair is the Global branding on the heel. The pair also features grid patterns on the swoosh and tongue, and at the time of shooting this video, I don't have a release date. They are expected to debut before Air Max Day, which is March 26th. However, you guys already know the theme. A lot of releases are getting pushed back, so I wouldn't be surprised if this one releases past Air Max Day. Another pair that's expected to release this month is the Nike SB Dunk Low St. Patrick's Day. Recently, official images popped up in grade school and toddler sizing, so this is a pair that will debut in full family sizing. Pretty much just wanted to share the official photos. Unfortunately, we don't have a release date. Like I mentioned, they are expected to debut this month, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw them drop in April or even later on. The retail price will be $110. Alright, we got an update on the Concepts Nike Air Max 1 collection. Actually, two colorways part of the collection. Now, this pair already dropped at Concepts, however, there will be a wider release which takes place on the Sneakers app on March 12th. Now, the second pair part of the collection is known as Heavy, and that features tiger camo, and that will also release on March 12th at Concepts stores and online at Concepts. The retail price will be $170 each. Clot has an upcoming collaboration with Nike that's set to release using the Nike Dunk High, and this pair is known as Flux Dunk. Now, reading a bit from Clot, Flux refers to a continuous change or movement, whether it is time, nature, or the constant change of situations, roles, and even dimensions in our everyday lives. For the latest Nike collaboration, Clot founder and creative director Edison Chen drew inspiration from the yin-yang philosophy of fluidity and harmony, calling everybody to embrace the change and the harmony of now and the future. The result is a pair of Clot Nike Flux Dunks wrapped in a spectacular lenticular design guaranteed to dazzle at a glance. The original concept was infusing a yin and yang philosophy of black and white. It's predominantly silver right now, but actually the ends of the spectrum are white and black. And the mixture of those in the middle is what causes this chrome-like silver effect on the shoe, says Edison. The concept of fluidity is then exposed through a mesmerizing lenticular construction that stretches across the entire shoe, giving an optical illusion that triggers at every angle. The co-branded tongues, meanwhile, stitches between Clot and Nike logos, which makes it an unmissable highlight of the creation. To maintain the futuristic, out-of-the-world appeal, fabric overlays, including the iconic swoosh, have been swapped out for complementing top stitches, before rounding up with a clean white sole unit and matching laces to tie up the ultra sleek look. Now that we have that all out of the way, the release details. This pair is going to drop at Juice Store locations worldwide and online on March 18th. The retail price will be $150. Currently, a sneakers drop or even a wider release has yet to be announced, but like always, more details coming soon. Several months back, news broke that the Nike LeBron 9 Low LeBronold Palmer will actually make a retail appearance. Now, originally this was a player exclusive for LeBron James, and to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Nike LeBron 9, the brand is bringing the shoes back. Now, we've already seen a few colorways of the LeBron 9 release. This is another pair that was highly sought after, but like I mentioned, unfortunately, they did not release at retailers. Well, the good news is we do have confirmation that a release will be coming due to the fact that official images were loaded onto Nike sneakers. So what you're looking at is the 2022 release. And it's a bit weird. With the LeBron 9, I know there was a ton of hype for the shoes before they released. Now that they're releasing, they do sell out at most places, but if you look hard enough, you'll be able to find at retail. And even if you can't find it retail, there's a few locations that you can purchase for a bit above retail, but nothing too bad. Now, at the time of shooting this video, we don't have a specific release date. They are expected to debut soon, but expect another update to come soon. In the last video, I broke the news that the Nike LeBron 4 Fruity Pebbles would be making a retail release in 2022. That isn't the only pair releasing from Nike in collaboration with Fruity Pebbles. We also have the Nike Dunk Low releasing, which will be technically a three-way collaboration between Nike, LeBron, and the Fruity Pebbles brand. Now, the images you're looking at is a Photoshop. However, it's an accurate one of what's releasing. I was able to see the shoes. Big shout out to Z Sneakerhead Z. The pair will feature Fruity Pebbles branding on the tongue. We'll also have LeBron James logo on the heel. And the laces and insoles will be covered with cereal. So a pretty clean look, especially if you're a fan of the LeBron 4 Fruity Pebbles. I would think a lot of people would go after this pair as well. But let me know your thoughts down below. Now, this pair is expected to release holiday 2022. And unfortunately, no retail price as of yet. With each video that I do, I need to include something from Nike that's exclusive. I have quite a bit of info that has yet to leak, so I want to get that out in the videos. And once again, we have something from LeBron James. Now, as most of you know, the LeBron 2, the LeBron 3, and the LeBron 4 will release this year. For the LeBron 4, it'll be the first time the shoe is returning. But now I can confirm that also the Nike Air Zoom Generation will be returning in a new colorway. So I'm not 100% positive on this, but I believe this pair will celebrate the 20th anniversary of LeBron's signature line. Now, the Air Zoom Generation first released in 2003, so they could be celebrating the 20th anniversary a little bit early, but with all the delays going on, again, I wouldn't be surprised if this shoe officially launched in 2023. Now, the image you're looking at, it's an accurate mock-up of what's releasing. Again, I have seen the shoe, and there's a few details on why I feel like this shoe represents the 20th anniversary. First, the all-white upper. So the color white usually signifies the 20th anniversary. And probably the biggest detail on this shoe is that it'll feature two X's right by the collar, and that is the number 20. Now, other than that, the official colorway is white, pure platinum, blue tint. They'll also have chrome detailing. The outsole will be done in blue, as well as a little bit of blue on the tongue. And as far as the release time frame, so I'm seeing that it's going to be available between October and December. I know that's kind of a big time frame, and like I mentioned, I wouldn't be surprised if the shoe actually dropped in 2023. Now, as for the retail price, this pair will cost you $190. I believe the last time we saw the shoe release was in 2018. Then the retail price was $175, so the pair is going up $15. And other than that, let me know your thoughts on the shoe. Do you plan on picking up or passing? Moving on to Jordan Brand, and to start things off, we have to go over a bunch of release date changes. Now, unfortunately, most of these release date changes, the shoes are getting pushed back. Now, there are a few that will release a little bit sooner. And the first shoe to talk about is the Air Jordan 7 SC Sapphire. Now this shoe is also being called Shimmer, and originally they were expected to debut on March 30th. The new date is April 16th, and the retail price will be $210. Just the other day, official images popped up of the Air Jordan 5 Jade Horizon. Now, unfortunately, shortly after that, the shoes also got pushed back. So originally, as most of you know, they were expected to debut in 2021. We had several release date changes for different dates in 2022, and the most recent release date was March 25th. Now, the new date is April 9th. Now, there is a little bit of unsureness on the shoe as far as the retail price goes. Now, originally when they were expected to drop, the retail price was $190. Again, that was in 2021, but in 2022, the retail price has gone up to either $200 or $210, depending on the model and what it comes with. And unfortunately, we don't know if the shoe is going to retail at $190 or $200. If I had to guess, I would say $200, just because they're probably just change it all. But I don't want to say for sure just yet until we have confirmation. So this is a pair that's slowly growing on me. It's the Air Jordan 3 Muslin, also known as the Air Jordan 3 Canvas. The pair features a canvas upper. It also comes dressed in a muslin, university red, cement gray, and cell colorway. Now, this is one of the few shoes that will actually release a little sooner than expected, but not much. So the original release date was March 26th, and the new release date is March 25th, so just a day before, and the retail price will be $210. Another pair that I'm excited for the release of is the Air Jordan 13 Brave Blue. Now, to run it back a little bit, this pair originally released in low top form in 1998. We saw the shoe retro for the first time in 2017, and in 2017 they were called Brave Blue. So in 2022, the shoes will return in mid-top form, something Jordan Brand will do a lot of this year. Well, more than usual, I should say. Not a ton of releases, but one of them is the Air Jordan 13 Brave Blue. Another is the Air Jordan 14 Ginger. And for the Brave Blue pair, originally they were expected to debut on April 2nd. The new date is April 30th. The retail price will be $200. Another pair that was expected to debut in 2021, the Air Jordan 9 Chile Red. This is another pair that has had multiple release date changes. Unfortunately, each time they have been pushed back, and the most recent release date was March 27th. Now, the new date is May 7th, so almost pushed back 2 months. And just like the Jade Horizon pair, it isn't known if the retail price will be $200. More than likely they will. Currently, they are stated to retail at $190, but more than likely they will get bumped up to $200. I know I've seen people excited for the Air Jordan 11 Low 72 in 10 to release, and unfortunately it's going to be a bit longer. To go back to 2015, Jordan Brand released the Air Jordan 11 72 in 10 in mid-top form. The pair celebrates the Chicago Bulls 72 in 10 season. This is before the record was broken by the Golden State Warriors, but still the Bulls are the only ones with the best record to also get a championship that same year. A lot of people also have stated that this shoe has a Barons look to them. I could also see that. And for those that are planning on picking the shoe up, originally they were expected to debut on April 23rd. The new release date is May 14th. The retail price will be $190. Not much new information on the Air Jordan 1 High OG Stage Haze as of late, but recently we learned about a release date change. The shoes were originally expected to debut on May 14th. Now they're going to debut sometime in June. Unfortunately, we don't have a specific release date. Not that it really matters for most of these releases, because again, I wouldn't be surprised if each one of these had another release date change, or at the minimum half. I hope that's not the case. That's just speculation, of course. And the retail price is $170. Recently, we received a first look at the Air Jordan 1 High OG Denim. This is a women's exclusive release, not releasing in extended women's sizing, so the biggest size in men's you'll be able to get is a 10.5. Now, this isn't 100% confirmed yet, but it looks like this pair is going to get pushed back as well. So the expected release timeframe was in June. Now it looks like they're going to release sometime in September. Once I have confirmation on a date, I'll definitely make sure to update you guys, and the retail price is $170. Over the past several years, Jordan Brand has released a signature shoe inspired by Easter. For 2022, the Air Jordan 5 Easter was expected to debut in April. Although this is an Easter shoe, the release date has been pushed back, and unfortunately, if you were planning on wearing this pair this Easter, you'll have to wait until 2023. Now, originally this pair was expected to debut on April 16th, and now the new release date is May 27th, 2022. The retail price will be $210. This shoe I actually kind of like. I definitely like the insoles. The light pink upper, that's very nice as well. I'm sure you can even get away with wearing this shoe during spring and summer. At one point in time, it seemed like the Air Jordan 6 Midnight Navy would never release. Originally expected to debut around Black Friday 2021. This shoe has had a ton of release date changes. Most of them have been pushed back. But in this video, I got a bit of good news for you guys. Jordan Brand actually pushed the release forward. Now, not by much, but at this point, I'll take anything. And the most recent release date was May 25th, but now they will debut on May 11th. Same situation with the Jade Horizon Air Jordan 5. Currently, the Air Jordan 6 Midnight Navy is expected to retail at $190. However, I feel like they're going to bump up the retail price to $200. 2022, we're going to see a lot of Chicago-inspired colorways release. One of those is the Air Jordan 1 High OG Heritage. Basically, the shoe features the same color blocking as the Travis Scott Fragment Air Jordan 1 collab, but instead of blue, we have red. I'm definitely feeling this pair over the Travis collab. And this is one of a small handful of shoes that I'm actually waiting for the release date because I really want to buy them. And this shoe was scheduled to debut on April 9th. But Jordan Brand has different plans. Well, technically it's not their fault. At least I don't think it is. It's more due to shipping issues caused by COVID, and the new release date is May 25th. Also, this pair will retail at $170. The Air Jordan 1 High 85 Georgetown released in Asia on February 16th. Now, when information came out on the shoe, they were expected to debut in February, more than likely around All-Star Weekend. Usually Jordan Brand debuts a new colorway of the Air Jordan 1 High 85 around that time. Now, unfortunately, the release date was pushed back and they were expected to debut sometime in April. Currently, we have a date for the shoes, which is April 2nd. Now, again, it's possible we could see the shoes get pushed back once again, and if it does, I definitely will make sure to let you guys know. And the retail price is $200. This is definitely a pickup for me. One of the best things I love about the shoe is the vintage tongue. The color blocking, of course, but aside from that is the vintage tongue. And maybe I'm part of a small group of people that would actually like to see a vintage midsole, kind of like a pre-yellowed midsole. But again, that's just my thoughts. Let me know yours down below. Now that we got the release date changes out of the way, we're going to move on to more Jordan Brand news. And recently, information came out that Luka Doncic will have his own signature shoe with Jordan Brand. Now, currently, the shoe is called the Jordan Luka 1. However, there's some rumors going around that it could also be called Sly Fox. Now, if I had to pick, I definitely would call the shoes the Luka 1, just because the Sly Fox nickname or alternate name, that's definitely not as known as being called Luka. And unfortunately, at the time of shooting this, we don't have any images of the model. I did try to find some, but unfortunately, they are keeping this under wraps as of now. But the details might be coming out soon because the first pair is scheduled to release on June 30th. That pair will come in photo blue, white, black, and glacier ice. Also, we don't have a retail price. Aside from the colorway I just read off, there's 5 additional colorways, making it a total of 6. The second pair, which is expected to debut on July 7th, comes dressed in white, metallic silver, and neo turquoise. On August 3rd, we have a pair in university red and metallic gold. On October 11th, we have a pair dressed in racer blue, ghost green, and racer pink. On October 25th, we have a pair in black, university red, and dark gray. Last but not least is a pair dressed in white, Fire Pink and Dynamic Turquoise, which will debut on December 27th. A couple days ago, official images popped up of the Air Jordan 13 Del Sol. So like always, this gives us our best look. I'm not going to spend too much time going over the shoes. We've all seen the photos, at least on previous photos. Maybe not everybody has seen the officials, but here they are. Now, a release date is currently scheduled for March 19th, and the retail price will be $200. You should be able to get this pair at most retailers, including trying on the Sneakers app. What was featured in the last video, the Air Jordan 3 Desert Elephant. We now have a detailed look at the shoes, so I did want to include that in this video as well. Photos are a little bit nicer. Again, definitely not a fan of the shoes. Now, the one thing I do like is the elephant print. So if you notice that it's not so high, it's very thin around the toe. That I like, but I don't like the actual coloring of it, if that makes sense. I'm definitely a fan of Z Sneakerhead Z's mock-up way more than what's releasing. But don't let my dislike for the shoes change your mind on getting them. I do know there's quite a few people that actually like them, which is dope. You just don't have to worry about me going after them. And currently the pair is expected to debut in June, and the retail price will be $200. Maybe a month or so ago, we received a preview of the Air Jordan 1 High OG Yellow Toe, also being called Taxi. Now the preview photo, I'm not gonna lie, it was horrible. It was just an image of the medial side. A lot of parts on the photo were blurred out, but now we have our first actual look, and it seems like there's quite a few new images rolling out, so I'm going to try to put as many as possible. Again, I know there's a ton of hype for the shoe. I think the hype started back in 2019. Initially, there was a pair that was made for the group Shinedown. It was a sample. It also featured their logo on the lateral side, and then from there we saw a lot of shoes popping up without the logo, saying this was the sample, this is what would eventually release. Unfortunately, at that time, Jordan Brand had no plans for the pair to release, nor was there even a sample made. I did confirm this on a previous video in 2019, but we will have the shoes in 2022. Now, with our first look, as you can see, Jordan Brand's using a slightly different shade of yellow. It's not too much off, to be honest, but that shade of yellow is Taxi, so that's another reason why the shoes are being nicknamed Taxi. But for me, I like the yellow toe nickname. I think it's more fitting. And currently, the release date is scheduled for August 13th, and the retail price will be $170. Definite pickup for me. I know there's a lot of others that want to pick these up, but like always, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. About 3 or 4 days ago, I got a text message on the Air Jordan 1 High OG Rebellionaire. And maybe you saw the news. I did post it on IG and on the website, and I also saw quite a other people that reposted it. A lot of people gave credit, so shout out to those that give credit. You guys are definitely dope. But if you missed out on the news, I'm going to go over it here. Now, unfortunately, the Air Jordan 1 High OG Rebellionaire will not release at foot sites, nor will they release on the Sneakers app in the United States. This shoe has 2 release dates. The first is March 12th. On March 12th, there's only 6 stores that will have the shoes. Those stores are Undefeated, Unknown, Kicking It, All the Right, Corporate, and Makeway. Now, I believe Makeway is in Canada, and all of these locations are labeled NBHD. So what NBHD stands for is neighborhood. Basically, these are special mom and pop stores with a special Jordan Brand account. Now, there's going to be a second release, which will be available at additional neighborhood accounts, and that release date will take place on March 19th. So what I'm going to do is, since I compiled a list, there's quite a few, I'm not going to read off every single retailer, but what I will do is post a screenshot up so you guys can see the entire list. But a few of those stores include AWOL, Bodega, Concepts, Union, Phenom Global, Kicks Lounge, Juice, Feature, Sneaker Politics, and there's much more. And a question I've been getting asked quite a bit lately is, what is the stock numbers on this shoe? Currently, I don't know. I know if I listen to any of the IG pages, there's as many as 300,000 pairs, which is way off. There's no way there's that many pairs releasing. But then I seen somebody state 8,000 pairs. So that's a huge difference. But here's what I'm going to do. I am going to try to look up and find the info if I can find it before this video goes live, then I'll put something on the screen right about now. If not, and I find out after the video goes live, then I'll have a pinned comment down below so you guys know. Also, the retail price is $170. We're gonna close out this video with additional holiday 2022 Air Jordan releases. Now, in my previous video, we went over a few. Probably the most talked about was the Air Jordan 1 High Chicago Reimagined. So unfortunately, I'm not going to go over it again in this video just because there isn't any new information on it. I will clarify one thing. It is not the Air Jordan 1 High 85. It is not that model. I'm seeing a lot of pages post that it is returning in the 85 high form, and unfortunately, that is not the case. I personally would like it, and eventually we will see a release. I don't know when, maybe within the next several years. And getting back to the releases that I didn't cover in the previous video, there's a total of 4 pairs that I don't have images for, nor do I know what they look like. So the first pair is the Air Jordan 7. That shoe will make a return. It's part of the holiday 2022 collection. Unfortunately, at the time of shooting this, I don't know the colorway. We also have the Air Jordan 9 releasing. I was told it's going to be a new colorway. I don't know what it will be. So I'm just going to use a silhouette on the screen of the Air Jordan 9, just like I did for the Air Jordan 7. But the good news is I should have more information on these 4 shoes I'm speaking of very soon. Next up, we have an Air Jordan 2 Low. This will be a men's release. Again, unfortunately, I don't know the colorway. Just be on the lookout and know that we have a new Air Jordan 2 Low releasing. Last but not least, for the shoes I don't have a mock-up for, or that I don't have additional information on, is the Air Jordan 2. This is going to be a women's exclusive, and what I heard is that the pair will come dressed in black and blue. No mock-up on this pair just because, again, I don't know what it's going to look like. I may be able to see the shoes very soon, but at the very minimum, I should have the actual colorway, style code, all that good stuff within maybe a week. Also part of the holiday 2022 lineup is the Air Jordan 4 Midnight Navy. Now, this is a Photoshop, however, it's an accurate one of what's releasing. So what Jordan Brand did here is basically they took the same color blocking as the Fire Red Air Jordan 4, but they replaced red with Midnight Navy. As some of you guys know, the Air Jordan 4 Military Black, that is expected to release on June 25th. They took the Military Blue Air Jordan 4, but instead of using blue, they're going to use black. So this is definitely an interesting look. Personally, I think they're decent. I'm not a huge fan of them. And at the time of shooting, we don't have a retail price. More than likely, they're going to cost $200 or $210 and expected to release during the holiday season. All right, so on these upcoming releases, I'm going to speak about, I have additional information for you guys. Some of them you may have seen floating around the Photoshops, but hopefully I'm able to give you guys a little bit more information than other people have. Now, the first one is the Air Jordan 13 UNC, also being called University Blue. The pair will feature a black and University Blue colorway, and what you're looking at is a Photoshop, but again, it's an accurate one. I was able to see the shoes, and a lot of people had said that the shoe is basically the CP3 Air Jordan 13. I definitely see that. Of course, this shoe won't have his branding on the tongue, but I definitely am excited for this release. Also, there is going to be a little bit of white on the shoe, more than likely outlining the outsole. And currently, the release date for this pair is December 29th, so potentially the last release of 2022, or maybe it'll be one of the first in 2023 with all the release date changes. Also, the retail price will be $200. The Air Jordan 6 Chrome, also being called Metallic Silver, will return in mid-top form during the holiday season. For those that don't know, this colorway was originally released in low-top form back in 2002. There was a total of 3 colorways that released, so joining the Chrome pair was the University Blue and the Coral Rose. Fast forward to 2015, we saw the pair Retro, and now Jordan Brand is taking the colorway and making it in mid-top form. So I recently talked about the Brave Blue Air Jordan 13, the release date change for that. This is part of the series of making lows into mids. Also the Ginger Air Jordan 14, another shoe that I'm waiting on. And again, this is a mock-up, but what you're looking at is an accurate representation of what's releasing. So black throughout the upper, and then we have metallic silver detailing. I was also told that this shoe will come with a special box. I'm not entirely sure what the box looks like. And as for the release details, I don't have much for now. They're expected to debut this holiday season, and they're either going to retail for $200 or $210. Now, if I get more information before this video goes out, I'll put a screenshot or something on the screen right now with that updated info, and let me know your thoughts on this pair down below. Jordan Brand is also releasing the Air Jordan 1 High OG Gorge Green during holiday 2022. So what I was told is that the color blocking will resemble that of the Midnight Navy Air Jordan 1 High OG Co.jp. Now that shoe originally dropped in 2001. We saw the pair retro back in 2020. And then in 2021, we saw the Air Jordan 1 High OG Bordeaux release, which borrowed the same color blocking. So in 2022, Jordan Brand is using green. Again, this is a Photoshop, but it's an accurate one of what's releasing. The pair comes constructed with all leather. We have white on the base, green on the overlays, and then metallic silver fills in the swoosh. Last but not least, we have the rubber-like wings logo on the ankle. Holiday 2022 is when this pair is expected to release, and the retail price will be $170. Just like the previous pairs, if I get more information before I'm done editing this video, I'll put something up on the screen. In the last video, I shared an updated mock-up of the Air Jordan 11 Cherry, which would be our holiday 2022 Air Jordan 11 release. Now, what's different on the new mock-up compared to the previous one is the liner and the heel tab. So that will also be done in red. Now, unfortunately, when I put this info out, I didn't include the release date, and that was just because I was done with the video. It was already uploaded, ready to go, and then I was alerted about the release date. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to include it in the previous video, but I wanted to include it here. And currently, the pair is scheduled to release on December 10th. They will be available in full family sizing, and the retail price will be $225. When I was doing my last video, it was so hard not to share this information just because I knew Sneakerhead Z was putting out a video and I was good with it, with him sharing this info. Him and I got it at the same time. But yes, the Air Jordan 2 Chicago will be returning in 2022. To run back a little bit of history on the shoes, we saw the pair debut in 1986. This was one of two color options available at that time. And then fast forward to 1994, we saw the colorway retro. I actually owned the 1994 retro, both the mid top and the low top. Definitely great pickups. I got them for cheap years and years back. But anyways, going forward, in 2004, we saw the pair retro again. It wasn't true to OG form though. The pair featured black piping on the panels. The last time we saw the OG Air Jordan 2 release in mid-top form was in 2010. We also saw a low-top version released in 2016. Now, for the 2022 release, Jordan Brand is really trying to get it close to OG specs. That includes the build, the box, the materials, everything. Now, I'm able to answer quite a few questions, but the one question I've been getting asked, and honestly, I don't know just yet, will the shoes be manufactured in Italy or come with Italian leather? Honestly, I don't know. But if I had to guess, I would say no. I could be wrong, but it seems like that would definitely cost Jordan Brand more money, which in turn would mean a higher retail price, which I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't be too happy about. Also, the 2022 release will come with the OG box, the wings logo. This will be the first time that we receive the box in retro form. You can kind of count the off-white Air Jordan 2 low, but that box has a bunch of holes in it, slightly different. I remember when I first started collecting, I wanted a pair of the OG 2s just for the box itself. I thought it was really cool. Also, the original packaging will be included, as well as the booklets. Now, at the time of shooting this video, we don't have a release date nor a retail price, but again, expected to release holiday 2022. Now, the images you're going to be looking at is a mixture of the 1986 OG release and the 1994 retro. Like always, let me know your thoughts down below. This is another pair that I'm really excited for the return of. I just really hope that Jordan Brand keeps them true to the OGs. And that's going to do it for this video. Like always, greatly appreciate you guys for watching. Also, if you got a second, appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the red button below. Hopefully this video isn't too long. I know it took a while to record it. Also, like I mentioned early on, check out the Sections channel. I'll have a link in the description below. He's almost at 1,000 subscribers. Once he hits 1,000, he's going to be giving away a pair of shoes in your size, whatever the release is that's popular around that time. And then the second place winner will win $200. So that person will be able to buy their own shoes as well. Again, there's a link in the description below. Again, let me know what you liked or disliked down in the comment section below. I should also have a new video out in the next several days, so be on the lookout for that. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com, and if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.